Hey guys, what's up? Green Machine Sam back with another video, and today we have episode 22 of season 2, episode 22 in total of Carolina Panthers franchise versus the New York Giants in the playoffs. Yeah, welcome to the playoffs. And I don't think I have as many clips of this game as some of you might like to see. And there's a reason, and there's a reason why none of the Panthers players are the thumbnail. It's because we got our asses handed to us. I changed the sliders too much, and yeah. Ryan Samuel didn't play great. I didn't play great. Defense was getting gashed all game. I was calling the wrong coverages. We kept getting burnt on man coverage, apparently, even though that was our strong suit all season long until tonight, apparently. So, yeah, we end up losing in the playoffs. We went 14-2 to get blown out by the fucking Giants in the first round of the playoffs, which was great, I guess. Well, the first round for us, anyway. We got knocked out in the conference round. But still just like... And you may be saying, well, it's only 10-3, and you literally just tied up the game with a fade to DJ Moore, who didn't even get 2 feet in. I went and watched the replay. Didn't get 2 feet in, by the way. And then we just... See, that's what I'm talking about. There's no adaptive zone. CGJ just stood in the fucking end zone, and since nobody was in his zone, he didn't do anything. And then we just got pressured all fucking game. It seemed like our O-line just didn't want to play today. And then I got away from the run game early and just didn't fight back. And CGJ just kept getting burned inside, even though I would tell him to play inside responsibility. Here's my thing. I would rather have you play inside responsibility and them try to throw a shot to the sideline than you play outside and let them have the wide open middle part of the field if we're playing man. As Taysom Hill tries to put us on his back. And you may be saying, well, you're 12 of 14. You're only down by 14 points. You've only thrown 1 interception. Well, here's the second fumble. And they're going to score. And at this point, I'm down 21 points. And I'm just sitting there going, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, I'm going to have to send blitz packages. I'm going to have to throw some of my favorite routes. I'm going to have to get, just the ball in the hands of my playmakers. I get hit here on the run, and Eli Apple comes up with the pick. So now I'm like, okay, defense just has to play good. Boom. Saquon, gone. So, right about here, I knew the game was over. I was like, let's just make it competitive, right? Let's just go out there, try to get some points on the board. We throw this little hook route to Campbell, and he'll end up scoring. And then 4th and 10 on the next drive, as the Giants just waste away clock, get hit again, and Julian Love comes up with a pick, and nobody can chase him down. So they go up 45-17 with 3 minutes left. So game was over. So I said, we need some changes in the offseason. They ran all over us. They had 6 total takeaways. We just didn't perform. They had 2 long plays. That's it on passing. They had like 140 yards on 2 plays of passing. So it sucked, and we're going to have to let people walk, and I don't know if we're going to be as good next year because of the fact that we do have to let people walk. We're not bringing back J.K. Scott because we're not paying a punter. The 2 receivers I did sign for $550K contracts, both Lucas Costanzo and Jordan Matthews. I didn't have the money to pay Jerome Baker, Deontay Harris, and Jamal Adams, and O.J. Howard, so it was just like, and besides, I could only franchise tag 1, and Taysom Hill was expensive, so it sucked. Yeah. And we're going to see the regression next year, just based on the fact that we just don't have these guys anymore. And yes, I messed up by, maybe forcing my hand too much in the pass game in the playoffs, or maybe I just forced my hand too much because I was like, well, we're winning too many games. Maybe I should decrease the sliders a little bit, right? So we're gonna have to bounce back. And my thing is, I only wanted to do 3 seasons of Panthers franchise. After the third season, if anything, I'll just go to moments only, and I'll play like 4 games an episode. So if we don't make a deep playoff run there, or even just don't make them, yeah. So like I said, these two guys are coming back on 550K contracts. So Jonathan Matthews, Lucas Costanzo back, J.K. Scott. I was like, let's just try to give him a 7-year deal worth 550K. If he signs, he signs. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And he doesn't sign. So like, I don't mind J.K. Scott. He's not great for me because he just doesn't have power. But I just went through, tried to give everybody 550K contracts, and I was just like, whatever. If they accept, they accept. If they don't, then see you later. I'll go get somebody else then. Hopefully we'll be on the right page. But yeah, not a whole ton we can do when you don't have a whole ton of money. I thought I was gonna have a lot more money than this. I mean, granted, picks come into a factor now, so we don't have as much money. But it just sucks when you can't bring. I wasn't even thinking about bringing Jalen Samuels back. I didn't even try on Dalton Schultz. So, and I was like, Jerome Baker has to come back. If I lose him, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I don't think Hassan Reddick's the answer. Bobby Okariki's coming off contract next year. So it's just like, I have no linebackers then. So, whatever. Upgrade tight end improvements and defensive back and something else, free agency stuff. So let's get to free agency then. We end up trading Claypool, Sion Takitaki, and Kyle Duggar for a first-round pick. Claypool, just not a big threat. Duggar is already 26, and Sion Takitaki isn't going to make the team next year, so may as well trade him away. We ended up going after Jamal Adams since he had no contracts from anybody. Mike McGlinchey could be our new starting left tackle. Leighton Vander Esch, a new linebacker. Devin McCourty and Kawan Shorts. I don't know why I went after. Don't need them. A lot of these guys I didn't need. I just went after them because they were high overalls, and I felt like if I needed them, I could fit them in. If not, then oh well. So, yeah. Sean Gary's contract is expiring next year. Do we want to bring him back? No, not really, especially for the price that a fifth-year option takes up. But Ryan Burns is a definite. He's a yes. He has to come back. He's our best edge rusher. He's the edge rusher. So we ended up not getting Hawk, Ricky Seals-Jones, Whitehead, Hollister, or Schultz. So didn't get many tight ends that we needed to bring in. Mike McGlinchey signs on a real contract. Leighton Vander Esch signs. Devin McCourty, Kawan Shorts, Dante Pettis, Solomon Thomas. Did not get Jamal Adams though. So Jamal Adams actually went back to the Seahawks, believe it or not. So even after they traded for him and then traded him away to me, he still went back. Devin McCourty, don't know why I brought him in. I don't plan on starting him. I really don't. Solomon Thomas, good little hybrid in between edge rusher and defensive tackle. Quincy Wilson, Shaquem Griffin, Dante Pettis, all good guys that I think I could develop around. So Sean Evan goes to the Bengals. Baker Mayfield to the Raiders. You can definitely tell who is spending money if you look at who's just paying in free agency. Something I've noticed though, if you guys have been watching my Washington football rebuild, is that no teams like to spend money. The Titans have 125 million in cap space on season 12. So Jalen Samuels goes to the Jets, and with who was it? Deontay Harris going to the Cardinals. They now have 2 of my wide receiver converted running backs. Well, running back converted wide receivers. To be honest, I just didn't want any of these picks. I didn't feel like spending money on picks that I just didn't want. I didn't want to grab somebody if I didn't need them, and Deontay Brown was the first guy I took at number 13. He's number 6 in the class, and I even kind of regret that. Rinke Floyd, take him at number 28, number 27 in the class. He's not that great. I don't think he'll be starting for us either. I did not have a great draft class. Amari Baptiste, 74 in the class, took him at 17. No, took him at 29. He's number 17 in the class. He looked good. If anything, he'll move outside, be that third linebacker. 2 seconds for a 2 and a 3 of next year. Kai Benford, kind of in between our 6'6", 293, but he has decent speed to where he could play the edge, but does he need to? Probably not. KJ McBath here, 6'5", 248 out of Alabama, tight end. Took him at number 60. He's number 31 in the class. Shelton Clifton, he was a late second round fullback. He's a 70 overall. Took him at 220, number 52 in the class. He's not bad. He just doesn't have speed, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to actually use him, especially in the pass game like I used fucking Taysom Hill. Scott Dempsey, good punter, 6'5", has a fucking rocket leg. Going to take him here all the way at the end of the draft. So Deontay Brown, Enrique Floyd, Amari Baptiste, Kai Benford, Shelton Clifton, and KJ McBath and Scott Dempsey are our picks. Wasn't a bad draft class. It definitely wasn't great. We could have definitely done better, but you can't always do fantastic is the major thing, and we didn't do fantastic, and I think that will show on the field. So, who were our rookies last year? Wasn't a corner. Wasn't a safety or a linebacker. Wasn't anybody. Did we even have picks last year, or did we trade them all away? I think we might trade them all away. No, wait, we took 2 O-linemen. Yep. So, just customizing the guys, making them look a little bit better so that when they are on the field, they don't look like dumbasses, because most of them come with Revolution helmets for some reason. So, Rydell Revolution helmets. Who the fuck wears those? The only people I ever noticed wearing those were Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford at one point, and fucking Peyton Manning. Like, KJ McBath going to take O.J. Howard's old number. Fuck O.J. Howard. Yeah. Sheldon Clifton. Don't know if he's going to start, but hey, new fullback. Scott Dempsey looks fucking huge, by the way, for a punter. Hopefully he can just come in with those massive-ass quads and fucking boom balls down the field. Greg Little, Devin McCourty, and Quan Shorts for Julio Jones. I don't like normally doing this, which is A, either trading with rivals, or B, trading away players I just signed. But didn't need them. They were going to get cut. I felt like, hey, let's get a wide receiver. Dennis Daly for Jacob Holster. Daly was coming off contract. Wasn't going to bring him back. Tre'Davious Ward, Bobby Okereke, Chase Winovich for CeeDee Lamb. Don't know what I'm going to do with 4 wide receivers, but whatever. Jeremy Chin, Hassan Reddick, and Afarian Jennings for a first-round pick. Didn't need those guys. Dante Pettis, a guard, and a 2 for Mute, backup guard. Has a couple years on his contract. Well, with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Turn on post notifications if you guys want to be notified anytime I post a video. Remember, subscribing is free. You guys can always unsub later if you guys come to no longer enjoy my content. Go follow on Twitch for some live fun. But with that being said, guys, go check out my latest roster update, and I'm out. Peace.